Okay. 3, 2, 1. Good morning, good afternoon, everybody. We are halfway through placement year. Well, I am. I don't know about you. The halfway point seems like a pretty significant milestone, because finally I'm actually starting to enjoy this year for what it is. I don't really want to come home all that much now. It's a very relieving feeling, but also kind of daunting at the same time, because I switched from thinking, yay, it's nearly over, to then, fuck, oh, it's nearly over. So I thought to commemorate this milestone, I'll take you on a little journey back to the beginning. Just want to share my personal experience. Might be different to yours. Who cares? We're all going back to the same uni anyway. So October, the first half of October will unsurprisingly be known as the honeymoon stage. I was infatuated. I was head over heels about everything. It was just all like one big massive holiday. I found freedom in the fact that no one knew me here, and also the fact that I knew no one just meant it was so easy to do whatever I wanted. At the start, work was amazing. I was like a little kid in a candy store, just in awe of the office and workshop. I also felt like a baller with a fat student loan in my pocket. I was trying any street food I saw without a second thought. It was all pure unadulterated bliss that lasted for approximately 2 weeks. Because although I did my best to try and stay busy and distracted, the loneliness of being in another country still crept in. I even I joined a Facebook group to try and meet people. I would not recommend, but at least it wasn't Bumble BFF, alright? Moving on. November was the I had too much time to think month. The naive little innocent Sag died and was reborn as a shitty, introspective philosopher. I went on a lot of walks alone, trying to fill my time with anything but sitting. There's a motorbike gonna pass. Oh my days. I went on a lot of walks alone, basically trying to fill my time with anything but sitting, struggling to see kind of all the culture around me. I just didn't know what to do with myself. There were a couple of times I kind of dreaded Fridays at work, because I knew the classic question at lunch was coming. Oh, what's everyone doing this weekend? And I'd have to try and make it sound like I had plans cooler than they were for some reason. But I was coming to terms with that. I was enjoying my own company. I think I was still just stuck comparing life now to what life at uni was like, and just the stark contrast between it. And it was hard to break that cycle. But I finally managed to move flat in November, so that was a big help. At least being more in the centre made commuting a lot easier. December could be the, okay, I'm done, I want to come home month. I mean, it wasn't all bad, because they had the nice Christmas lights around the city. That was kind of cute. But middle of December, the lockdown hit, and well, I just had tunnel vision for my holiday, and that's all I could think about. I was counting down the days till I could come home. But in the meantime, started baking, cooking, actually reading again. Because it was a nice kind of break, because it meant I had all this more time to do the things I'd been putting off doing. So it did have its perks. Flying home, though, that was just the biggest weight lifted off my shoulders. Just the pure comfort of being surrounded by friends and family made me feel so warm, man. I didn't realise how much I missed it until I was there. Just the little things like home-cooked meals, the dogs, playing games, not setting an alarm. It was everything I could have hoped for. As always, though, the holiday didn't feel long enough, and before you know it, I was back on the plane again, back to square one. January will be the alright, suck it up, Sag, no one cares, that's life month. It was a reality check month of not waiting around for things to happen, and instead just finding a way to make them happen, as cheesy as that sounds. Going on weekend adventures, exploring neighbouring cities by bike. 'Cause it felt like I was on my gap year again, and it was sick. Trying not to be tied down by the 8 to 5 work week, I started taking my running seriously, doing yoga every day, and just feeling pretty good. And I'd say by the end of January, it's when this whole thing turned from being tolerable to actually enjoyable. I don't think anything major happened for this shift in mindset. I don't know, work started picking up, and just kind of all the things started aligning themselves again, and it was a nice feeling. And then February. I mean, can you even call February a month? It's more like just one long week, isn't it? But February was is this what it's like to be social month? The lockdown had lifted, so I could start going out for dinner and drinks again after running training. And it's one of those moments where you just kind of sit and reflect. You're like, wow, this is what I've been waiting for this whole time. Because had a few socials with work, went to a party, and just finally feeling a lot more settled. Because, you know, I definitely took for granted how nice it is to feel comfortable where you are and just like confident in what you're doing, because I no longer feel like I'm a stranger just aimlessly wandering the streets. Like, I live here, and that's mad. That rounds up the past 5 months. Only got 5 more to go. Obviously, I knew everyone said it would take time to get settled here. I'm just annoyed it's taking me this long to realise it, because I've spent like a lot of time at the start of placement basically wanting to be anywhere but here. But now I almost can't even imagine what it's like to leave, which is crazy. I mentioned it a couple weeks ago too, but the fact that seasons are changing now has played such a big part in this whole process, because looking back, the past 4 out of 5 months has been winter, with the wind, the rain, the darkness, and yeah, you could say I've learned to love the cold, but also I'm a sucker for the sun, alright? So yeah, I'm beyond excited for what spring and summer has to offer. I've got friends and family coming out to visit, and I can't wait to show them and all of you around this place I've been calling home. So thanks for sticking with me, and yeah, see you soon.